Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. Peace and blessings. Uh, First and foremost, giving all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah. All praises due. Um, all praises due. You know, where will we be without the Heavenly Father and Son? Don't know where we will be, y'all. But I'm going to continue, uh, you know, with the spiritual warfare and, continue with that. Look, y'all, we battling. We battling demons, all kinds of sorts of wickedness, fallen angels, evil spirits, right? We're battling, you know, and we battle through, you could hear shit, you know that good dang well it's not you. Um, be tempted, you know, uh, and we gotta reject that shit, man. Never let it see the light of day, because your mind is deceptive. This fleshly body is deceptive, right? That's why we got to control it. We got to put it under subjection of the Spirit of the Most High, right? We got to walk in this Spirit, put it under subjection of our spirits, right? That's why the Most High tells us to walk in the Spirit and truth, and not walk in the flesh. Because when you do that, you subject it to the things of this world. Man, this world is wicked, man. But we gotta continue, man. We can see, but we see through a glass darkly. And I'm gonna get that precept. Praises. So you got that precept y'all had to look for. I know it was probably a couple seconds for y'all, but for me it was a few minutes. All praises. But yeah. So I'm gonna go to that precept of how we see through things, darkly through. Well, Slakia, let me not butcher it. Let me just go there, y'all. 1 Corinthians 1 Corinthians 13 and 8. And it says prophecy and Let me go to 7 real quick. It says love never gives up, never loses faith. And I'm reading in the NLT to get a better understanding. And it says, is always hopeful and endures through various circumstances. We see, right, in verse 8, it says, prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and special knowledge will become useless, but love will last forever, right? Verse 9, now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture, right? So we're not going to know everything, y'all. We not. But if we're wrong about something, then, we accept the correcting. But right now, we seeing through a glass, a foggy up glass, man. The Most High, we are striving after that perfection in Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Yahweh Shah, right? I'm going to read verse 9 again. It says, now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, right? And even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture, right? But when the time of perfection comes, these partial things will become useless, right? So, like it says in the scriptures, I'm going to get that precept. When we see Yahweh Shah, we're going to be as him. When we come into the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be filled with the Holy Ghost in its completion. And then we will be in perfection like unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, right? We got to complete it, right? We ain't got our immortal bodies yet, man. We make mistakes, right? But through this word, we get that correction, man. So I'm going to continue. It goes down to 10. It says, but when the time of perfection comes, these partial things will become useless. When I was a child, I spoke as spoke and that the and Salakia, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child, but when I grew up, I put away childish things. That's like you can correlate that with I don't know, like the law of Moses that we was in, like the scriptures of old is for our learning, right? We learned that, we did it, we fulfilled that, but now we're in the law of liberty, right? And we're starting to see things, but we see things you know, not all the way. See we don't know everything. The Most High, some things we just don't know, man, right? But through this word, we know um, a great amount of things, man. So let's go ahead and continue to read. Uh, when I was a child, I spoke, thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. Now we see things imperfectly, like puzzling reflections in a mirror, but then we will see everything with perfect clarity. And that I know now is partial and incomplete. But then I will know everything completely, right? Just as the Most High knows me completely. And I'm going to read it in the KJV version so we can compare it. Verse 12. Even so, for some. Slocky. No, that's not it. For now we see through a glass darkly, right? That's that darkly glass. But then face to face, now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also am I known, right? See, how about Shem Yahshua knows us, man, but we seeing through that glass darkly right now, man. We not in our mortal bodies. We not as Yahushua, right? In the mental we are. The mental part we getting away that corruption. We're purging it out and filling it with good shit, right? And it says in verse 12, bouncing back to the NOT, just comparing that again, it says now we see things imperfectly. Right now that we came out of the law of Moses and the law of liberty, and we in these times, right? The Most High is starting to reveal things to us constantly, right? But even then, we still only seeing a little bit of what we're going to come into, right? So it says right here, now we see things imperfectly like puzzling reflections in a mirror, right? But then we will see everything with perfect clarity. That's why nobody in the kingdom is going to go off. Because they're going to understand and have that fear, love, and admonition for the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Mashiach. So ain't going to be no chopping off heads in the kingdom. And ain't going to be no slaughtering people in the kingdom. Because everybody's going to be on one accord. They're going to fear the Most High and they're going to know who He is, right? And it says, and all that I know now is partial and incomplete, right? So, with that spiritual warfare, man, we gotta realize, man, that we in a battle right now, right? But the Most High is aiding us. He's helping us, man. And it says, but then I will know everything completely, just as the Most High now knows me completely, right? Because we accepted Yahweh Shai. We accept Him, right? And then we start to see things clearer than what we previously did, right? So let's go get a precept real quick. I'm gonna get a precept to this passage. I'm gonna go to actually let me see. I'm gonna go to Philippians 3:2, and it reads, not as though I had already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after. See, we follow and seeking after that perfection. We ain't perfect, y'all. We make mistakes, right? But it's all about what you do after that mistake, man. See, Satan gonna try to pull you down each and every way, but we know what the Lord hates, and we not gonna go back to that. That would be like a dog turning back to his own vomit. But say, for instance, we make mistakes in the scriptures. Okay, he says we see through a glass darkly, but it's all about correcting ourselves. If the Most High sends correction, you gotta accept it, man. Right? All right. So Philippians 3:2. Slack it. Not as though I already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after, right? We follow after that perfection. Is that I may apprehend that for which also I apprehend of Hamashiach. That's why we can't speak presumptuously, man. We gotta study and show ourselves for proof. But if we get something wrong, we get something wrong, right? We go back and study and seek that correction, right? But the Most High is with us, man. That's why He's revealing things. Yeah, we're under something that, man, uh, y'all know, the ones that were a part of that, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we came out of that through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. It was all for a reason, man, right? And we still seeing through that glass darkly, man, but we obtain the truth because the Most High is continually to reveal it through us through His Comforter, His Holy Ghost, which we have here. It said it would bring all things back to our remembrance, man. But hey, man, even then, man, that's amazing, man. We still don't know exactly what we gonna be like when we come into that mortality, man. That's all inspiring. That's just beautiful. But 1 John 3:2 is the other precept. It reads, "Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be," right? But we know that when we shall appear, we shall be like Him, for we shall see Him as He is, right? All praises. So when we see Yahweh coming in the clouds, yeah, it's gonna happen like a twinkling in the twinkling of a light, man. We shall be changed, like 1 Corinthians 15, I believe 40 says, or 50, right? So, you know, just with that, keep it in mind, man. We can't predict when He gonna come back. That would be speaking presumptuously and basically just we can't do that, y'all. We gotta go by what the word says. I know we all want Him to come back, but given a day, you know, it's just we can't speak as such, man, because we don't know. Yahweh said He didn't even know, man. He said only the Spirit, only the highest form of Himself knows, right? Only the Most High knows, right? He said even He don't know, man, right? So what makes you think we would know, right? In this carnal fleshly state, it says we see through a glass darkly, but once we come in our immortal state, y'all see, right? Then we're gonna be full in its completion. Just think we not complete yet. We striving after that perfection each and every day. But we're in these carnal bodies, just like Yahushua was in his carnal body, right? He said even He don't know when that time comes when Yahushua will come back, right? All praises, man. So we just need to continue in faith and just don't be deceived, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the lesson. I know that was a long intro, but let's go ahead and go to I want to go to oldie but goodie. I want to go to Psalms 91:1. Let's get there real quick. Psalms 91:1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide underneath the shadow of the Almighty." All praises, man. So as long as we are in that secret place, man, we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Let's continue to strive on this righteous path, because that broad way is broad for a reason, man. It's easy to get stirred off, but we gotta we can't let that shit come to the light, man. We gotta continue to focus on this righteous path. Don't let Satan take you off this path. Coerce you with anything that's around. He'll use anything that's around you, man, to get you down, man. Make it seem like you fucked up, right? But even at that point, we look at ourselves, man. We check our spirits each and every day. Don't automatically think what the next person did wrong, but think what you did wrong first, right? Assess the situation. Am I doing this the right way? What was the cause of this? how did I carry myself? How did I look and present myself, in the light of the Most High, man. And we all make mistakes, man. Shit, I made plenty, right? Recently, man, I act out in a way that, you know, I got let my anger get the best of me. But with that being said, I corrected it. And I apologize, man. It says if you trespass against your brother, your sister, your mom and your daddy, anybody, right? It says you're supposed to own up to what you did and correct yourself and apologize, right? Apologize, man. As men of the Lord, we gotta do that, man. We gotta hold ourselves accountable for our actions, man. We fuck up too, but we just gotta hold ourselves accountable, man. And that's that destruction that Satan wants to happen, man. That spiritual warfare. It's a lot of things that come with the spiritual warfare, man. He'll make you trip up and on your anger and make you say some shit that you didn't want to say, but it's that's why I say, man, he preys on the flesh, man. Because our spirits is strong in the Most High, man. So it's like a constant battle, man. Right? So yeah, I apologize, man, and I made things right. I pray I did. But Satan tries to get you down each and every way, and especially with getting deeper and deeper in this truth, more people are gonna turn their heads and think something of you and call you wicked and just calls you all kinds of sorts of names, make you seem like you don't know this word. Shit. Christians do that, man. People in religion do that. This word is the truth, man. Shit. And it can't be, denied or refuted, man. That's why, if anybody comes with you to some bullshit, this word, man, you can chop them up with that sword. All praises, man. Let's go ahead and go to I actually should have brought this out before. Also before I leave that, I want to read Psalms 91:1 because I know I'm probably reaching, but all praises, man. You read these scriptures over and over again, the Most High just continues to reveal things to you. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High," right? Well, what's the highest form of the Most High? The Spirit, right? The invisible thing, right? Okay, the invisible thing. And who is his image? Well, it was Yahushua, right? And it says, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. See, all physical objects and things of that matter have a shadow. Just like you see this shadow right here, physical thing, right? Well, Yahushua is that physical image of the Father, right? He is the physical image of the Spirit, right? And it says we shall abide under his shadow, man. We dwell in the secret place of the Most High, man. Worship him in spirit and truth. We shall dwell underneath the shadow. Underneath his shadow. Well, who's the shadow? Yahushua, man. That physical image of him, right? Let's go ahead and get a preset for that, man. Because we ain't even got to go in the lost books, man. It's in the 66 books, y'all. I'm going to go here real quick. I'm going to go to, let me see. And we might have went over this before, but all praises, let's do it again. I'm going to read the King James Version first, and then we're going to read the NLT. So let me go there real quick. Let me go to Colossians 1, and we're going to go to 15. Colossians 1, and we'll go to hit 15. And it reads, who is the image of the invisible power, the Most High, the firstborn of every creature? We all know that's Yahushua, right? Verse 16, for by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers or things were created by him and for him. See, thrones, everything shall be under subjection of Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is under subjection of the Spirit, right? Yahweh, like that pecking order says, the Father, Son, right? And then it's us men, right? And then it's our women and children. All praises, man. There has to be order, man. You know, that's where all this evil comes from. It's lawlessness. They want to do whatever they want to do. And that's how it is in this world now, man. You got good is bad and bad is good. You got people wanting to be a woman that's a man and a woman that wants to be a man. Like, it's lawlessness, man. So it has to have order, and that's what it will be in the kingdom of heaven. And if you don't like it, well, tough shit, man. It's going to be that way, man. And that's why the wicked thrive so much in this world, man, because right now they're able to do what they please, man. You know, it does have a cost, but, you know, they live like it's only one life, man. Like they got only one shot, and they do the things like worship money, idolize people, and all this kind of wicked shit. They want to do what they please, man. They don't want to go and follow rules and regulations, and it's for our own good. That's why the Most High puts these here. Just like he did for Adam and Eve, man. They would never have gotten the situation they was if they would have just took heed to the Most High's word. But people want to rebel, right? They want to rebel. So, starting for verse 15, who is the image of the invisible God? The image of the invisible, the Spirit, was made visible. That was Yahushua, the firstborn of every creature, right? For by whom, by him, all things are created, that are in heaven and in earth. Yahushua was here before the foundation of the world, man. He was, you know, but he was made flesh, right? He came down here, dwelt amongst us in the flesh. See, we got a spiritual body and we got a terrestrial, earthly body, right? And he descended down here in the flesh, man. He was up there on the throne, and he had a physical image of the Most High, right? The Spirit, right? The visible thing was made visible, right? That's why that pecking order is the Yahweh, the Spirit, then Yahushua, the physical form of that Spirit, then the man that he created in his image, and then the woman that he made from man, right? And then the kids and so on. All praises, man. You know? And then it says in verse, let's just read 16 again. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth. See, Yahushua created all those things by the architect, the Father, right? See, it was thought, and then it was created by action. He started creating, right? It has to come from somewhere, and that was the main source, the Spirit of Yahweh, the architect, the visionary, right? And then Yahushua was the worker, man. He put in that work. It's just like something. Let me just compare it to this. Y'all think something, right? Y'all think about it. You're like, damn, man, I want to start me a business. Well, you can't start it without physically doing it. It's a thought, but you have to make that thought reality. And then you start it. Oh, I want to build a PC, right? You think about it, but that thought has to come reality, and then you do it in the physical, right? So that's that's the best example that I can give. All right. So now, let's just hop down to verse 17. It says, "And he is before all things, and by all things consists." Now, I'm going to read more in the NLT version. I'm going to go to NLT version, Colossians 1. Let me go there, because it's going to shed a whole bunch of light, make it even more better. All right, like I said, I believe I already read through this, but hey, let's do it again. Colossians 1 and starting at verse 15. And it reads, Hamashiach is supreme. Hamashiach is the visible image of the invisible God, the Most High, right? He is the image. He bears image of the Father, the eternal Father of heaven and earth, right? He bears that image. That's why it says he and the Father are one, right? He is him in the physical realm, right? So, and then it says he existed before anything was created and is supreme over all creation. And it said Hamashiach. That's how you know who it's talking about, right? He's supreme over all creation. So anything, that's why in the kingdom, all thrones will be subjected unto him, and he is subjected unto the spirit of Yahweh, right? All praises. That's why he will be walking around with us in the kingdom, man. He bears the image of the invisible God, right? He is his image. He's going to be with us walking around, right? All praises, man. And it says, for through him, the Most High created everything. Remember what I was telling y'all? That thought, and then it comes reality. He creates. He moves in the physical, creating stuff, right? All right. And it says, again, he existed before anything was created, and he is supreme over all creation. All creation. For him, through him, the Most High created everything in the heavenly realms and on earth. He made the things we can see and the things we can't see. Come on now. Such as thrones, kingdoms, rulers, and authorities, and the unseen world, right? All praises, the eternal Father of heaven and earth, right? The things that we cannot see in this physical realm, he created too. Everything was created through him and for him, right? Yahweh created the angels, right? All that. He was here before the foundations of the earth, man. Right? And through the spirit of Yahweh, he created all those things, man. Yahweh made a visible image. See, in the beginning, it says, Yahweh made the things that were invisible, visible, including himself. Right? He was roaming in the deep, right? And the things that were invisible, he made visible, including himself. Who was that representation? Who was that image? Yahweh, right? All praises, man. So you're not crazy, man. Keep fighting that good fight and keep pushing in this word. And I know y'all probably tired of hearing me say this, but this is one of the most important things we will ever learn, man, because it's a lot of people out there trying to deceive you and make you believe in man's word, which the Most High tells us not to do that, right? So I'm going to keep on telling this, preaching it, however you want to call it, man. I can never get tired of this, man, because I know through this, man, the Most High, he's revealing things, and he's going to save a lot of people from destruction, man. I give all credit to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. I wouldn't have known this if it wasn't from him, right? And his word, his comforter, all praises. And let's go ahead and continue. It says, for through him the Most High created everything in the heavenly realms and on earth. He made the things we can see and the things we can't see, such as thrones, kingdoms, rules, authorities, and the unseen world. Everything was created through him and for him, right? He wanted company, man. He existed before anything else, and he holds all creation together. Hamashiach also the head of the church, which is the body. He is the beginning, right? Nobody else. If it was so, it would have said it, y'all. Simple as that. The simplicity of things. All praises, man. He is the beginning, supreme over all who rise from the dead. So he is the first in everything, right? Because he rose from the dead first, man. He came down here, descended in the flesh, rose from the dead, right? He conquered death for us, man. For the Most High in all his fullness was pleased to live in Hamashiach. Uh-oh. Come on now. You can't refute it, man. It says, for the Most High in all his fullness The Spirit, Yahweh, in all his fullness, was pleased to live in his vessel, Yahushua Hamashiach, right? For the Most High in his fullness was pleased to live in Hamashiach, and through him the Most High reconciled everything to himself. So what does reconcile mean? Let's go there. Reconcile. Edom Online. Reconcile. Reconcile. Basically means in Edom Online in reference to persons, to restore, to union and friendship after estrangement or variance, right? To take favor or grace, right? To bring together again. And how did he do that? Through Yahushua, man. He brought the northern kingdom back. He paid for them with his blood. He was remissions of all sins, so we could all be dwelling amongst the eternal Father of heaven and earth and the kingdom of heaven, man, living peacefully for eternity, man. That's how he reconciled us. He says in verse 20, and through him the Most High reconciled everything to himself. Y'all, man, the word is so wonderful, bro. It's piercing to the center of the soul, man. It really is. He made peace with everything in heaven and on earth. That peace treaty, man, the offering, the eternal offering, anything that accepts him is good, and it will be brought to the Father, right? All praises, man. All sins were covered, right? He made peace with everything in heaven and on earth by means of Hamashiach's blood on the cross. See, now we confirm, hey, it's Yahweh is talking about. This includes you were once far away from the Most High, right? You were his enemies, separated from him by your evil thoughts and actions. See, yeah, was Judah divorced? No. But their sins kept them away from the Most High. If it wasn't for Yahushua, we would have been in spiritual death too, continuously, right? Because, you can't sin and be with the Most High, right? You just can't. Yeah, were we divorced? No, we weren't. But our sins kept us away from the Most High, man. So we had to be cleansed. Yahushua's blood had to cover Judah and Israel. Everybody, man. Right? Everybody. He is the way, the only way to the Father. So how is the Gentiles going to get in? Well, he came for Judah and Israel, right? He came for us first. He came for Israel first because they were divorced, but he came for them first, and then the word was supposed to be trickled down to the Gentiles as well, man, because how else are they going to get in? Well, they got to get in some type of way, man. And it's not no other way but Yahushua. Simple as that, right? Talking about the kingdom, man. And they will be in servitude, man. It's just is what it is. They got to pay for the... Well, I'm going to say it this way. They're not going to be in rulership. That's just simple as that. The Most High's elect is going to be in rulership. That's it. Let's just keep it like that. All praises. But it says in verse 22, yet now he has reconciled you unto himself through death of Hamashiach in his, physical body, right? I'm going to start over. I'm going to read verse 21 because I didn't finish that. This includes you were once far away from the Most High. You were his enemies, separated from him by your evil thoughts and actions. Yet now, right, that's why we're separate, right? Evil thoughts and actions, man. That was everybody, Yet now he has reconciled you to himself through the death of Hamashiach in his physical body. Why would it say that? It says he was in his physical body, right? The spirit of Yahweh came down and dwells among men in his physical body. Same physical body that sits on the throne in the kingdom of heaven, but it was made a carnal, fleshly body, right? As a result, he was brought you into his own presence, and you are holy and blameless as you stand before him without a single fault. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm gonna have to cut it off there because we went over. We had 35 minutes, but the spirit leads, y'all. All praises, man. We're gonna go ahead and finish that, y'all. We ain't got much to read left to read, so we're gonna do one more video. Prepare for the next one. Giving all honor and glory, praises to Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahushai. I love y'all, family. Till next one, I see y'all then. Shalom.